So now we finished all of our edits. There's still more photos I could edit, but I'm going to stop at this point, and now we can export these photos so that we can actually use them. So our first step is we want to select all of the photos that we flagged as pics, because those are things that we want to export. So remember, we pressed the P key, flag the photos we wanted to keep as pics. I'm going to go to Edit, and I'm going to say Select Flagged Photos. And it's really great because it's going to select all those photos down here in my carousel that I have edited as we looked at together, the ones that I flagged as pics. You can see of my 60, there's 8 that we edited here, and they're going to be highlighted down in the carousel. Now I'm going to go to File, Export, and you can see here I get to name the folder I'm going to put these into. I'm going to say, demo editing food photos. You can call it whatever you want to. I can change the file name if I want to for these. The sequence, I'm going to keep it the same. Coming down to file settings, we're going to export as JPEGs. We have a variety of options. JPEG is usually what most people are going to expect, at a magazine or publication or to put onto social. I like to keep the quality high, 99. You could also bring this down a bit if you wanted to make somewhat smaller file sizes. If you're going to send these by email or something, you could bring this down to 95 or even 92 and save a lot of quality. Keeping the color space as sRGB here. And then I like to, for the image sizing here, choose to resize to a number of megapixels. We can choose a fixed size, but I like to go for a number of megapixels. 18 megapixels is the standard for submission for a lot of the places that I send my photos to. So I'll put 18 megapixels, and if they're too big, it'll bring them down to that size. If they're too small, it'll bring them up. Usually not a problem because I am shooting with a full frame camera here. It's got a good resolution. You can also just uncheck this box if you don't want to change the size of your images. If you want to remove location info, if you shot the photos on a phone and you're editing them, they might have the location where you took the photo. You may not want that. If that's your home or your studio, you can check to remove that from the metadata, and you can watermark your images here if you want to also. Once we're ready, we're going to go ahead and press export. You can see it's going to and when that's done, here they are on my file system. I can pull these up. I can go through them. You can see all of our edits have been applied. We've got these lovely food photos ready to go. And then so I could print these. I could send them off to a customer. I could upload them to social, especially the one that I edited to have this vertical format. It would work great, as the background for TikTok. There's a lot that I can go ahead and do with all of these. So that's how we edit professional food photos using Lightroom Classic. I hope you learned something, hope you enjoyed the process, and I hope you will share your own food photos with me in the projects. Thank you so much for